What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today, in the world of indie games, we're going to be checking out the new expansion for The Last Spell. If you've never seen The Last Spell before, in my opinion, The Last Spell is one of the better roguelites or strategy RPGs that's been put out in the course of the last couple years. We've covered it a few times in the past. You're probably wondering why we're covering it right now, that being the case. Well, it's because the game just got a massive DLC expansion, a big old chunky one that brings dwarves into the mix. It's called the Dwarves of Runenburg DLC. Now, the DLC, it wiped out my saves. I don't know if my saves were from early access or whatever. I was pretty far into the game, like 20 hours or so. So I figured this would be a really easy recording. I just like pop in, and then I would resume from wherever I was. But I've been playing all morning now, trying to get at least some stuff unlocked from the expansion so you guys can take a look at it. And I'm happy to say everything that I've seen here just makes the game better without completely and totally changing around the original formula. Because I think that's honestly like the worry most of the time, right? Is that when you get a DLC, you don't want it to change the baseline gameplay too much, but you do want it to add more fun stuff for you to fiddle around with. And that is effectively what this DLC is. Now, there are a couple of changes since the last time I played the game. And so, I'm not going to say, I don't know exactly what patch those came in with because I haven't played the game in a really long time. However, that being said, there are a number of things here that have kind of reconfigured the way the game works. And I think they work for the better. There was like an initial period for me where I was like, nope, this is new, this is different. I used to be good at this game, and now there's new changes that I have to be aware of, and I hate it. I've gotten over that now. I like the new changes. I think the new changes are really solid. So let's dive straight on in. If after watching this, you wanted to get the game for yourself, you can get the game right this second. Both the original game and also the Runenburg expansion are freely available right now through the Steam storefront. Other than that, you can also find a link to my Discord and my Twitch stream down below. Pretty solid chance I'll try to stream this game on the day the video goes live, because I know you guys like your little 3 or 4 hour follow-ups that help you figure out whether or not I was on the ball, or whether or not there's still things that we haven't talked about. You are welcome to join me there. So what is The Last Spell? The Last Spell has a very good premise and a very good soundtrack and also a very good gameplay loop. The Last Spell is effectively a game where a mage has cast a necromancy spell upon being sort of like defeated, I guess, like as his final curse word towards the world. He unleashed a hellstorm of undead upon the planet that wiped out everybody except for this little village right here that we're fighting to protect. The entire point of the game is that you have to last a certain amount of time, or a certain amount of days inside the city while this mage casts a spell that banishes magic from the realm forever. And we are the last vanguard that's holding out trying to let that happen so that, you know, undead can't exist without magic. Like, sure, we're getting rid of mages and wizards and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, we're also not being eaten by the slavering undead, which is also a really, really good thing. And so you've got to last. There's different maps in this game. Different maps have different criteria for how long you have to play them in order to get through. They have different levels of difficulty. Right now I'm playing the first level. This is my second crack at it. I've beaten this one back when I had my old save, but unfortunately that save done up and gone. And so there we go. Shoot that guy down. You may have noticed some new weaponry as well. Like, you may have noticed that there's some new toys that I'm playing around with here. I did unlock some of the Runenburg stuff so that you could check it out. One of the guns is a dwarvish cannon, which is what this guy has right here. It's basically a pure AoE weapon with really low accuracy that doesn't... It kind of suffers a little bit into the late game, but it's great for clearing hordes. Like, I've seen this guy get 10 kills in a turn. No problem with it. As we've been playing on through, I've got this little flintlock pistol over here. It can act as a blunderbuss, or it can just be your standard ranged weapon. I wonder if I can get that guy right there with that. Come here. Yeah, there we go. Give him a little hook shotty right there. Let him feel it. The more of these guys we kill off, the happier I will be. Along the way, you're going to be building up this city. In between nights, there's definitely a huge resource management chunk of this game where actually I think the resource management and understanding the build order are probably more important skills than playing tactically to me personally. And every single night there's going to be hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of undead that you've got to defeat. You can see their bodies laying around everywhere right now. And if you don't get that done, you lose the game. Now, there are roguelite influences on this title. What I mean by that is... Oh, he got hit, huh? That's a little bit of a bummer. I was hoping he would not take such a nasty scuffing over here, but that's all right. He'll work his way on through, and then we'll fall back. He was kind of holding that corner over there. I'm a little bit bummed out that he took damage. Damage is not easily healed in this game. And so... we're going to be building up a city. We're going to be developing an economy. If you lose the game, every single enemy and every single thing you do in the game is either an achievement or you get essence for doing stuff. The essence is going to allow you to unlock new things that will show up in future runs, like the cannon or like the pistol or like warhammers, two-handed swords, shields, things of that nature. And it looks like actually the Runenburg DLC added a lot of stuff to the game. From what I've seen so far, there's a big spiky shield that basically does a lot of reflective damage and plays into kind of like a Thorns build for those of you that are Barbarian fans from Diablo 2 and Diablo 3. We've got the cannon. We've got ourselves the pistol. I think I got a battle glove, so it's like a glove that you have, and you wear the glove. He's got all his AP left, huh? I don't really want to overextend him, though. He's used a lot of mana in this fight, too, which makes me nervous about using more. Well, go ahead and, like, unload on them, I suppose. Go ahead and armor up, just in case they come after you. But there's, like, a fighting glove for, like, jujitsu punching zombies in the face. There's pistols, there's cannons, there's new shields, there's new armors, there's a new race that you can play as, which is obviously the dwarves that the game is named after. They come with their own little campaign that you can play around with. I haven't gotten to it yet. It's 3 skulls, so I'm guessing it's like at the end of the game is when you unlock that. The good news is the vast majority of stuff I've seen with this expansion, you can unlock very early in the game. So one thing that's always, I think, a little bit frustrating when you play titles that you're checking back up in on is that it can be very, very time-consuming in order to get yourself to a spot where you're actually showing off new content. This game did not have that problem. This game lets you get some fresh new stuff even if you're a new player. You might not even know that it's fresh new stuff, in all honesty. Just because you're a new player, but there's a lot of new things here, and they've also fundamentally rearranged the way that the city management works. I'll show you what that mechanic looks like right here because we've completed the night. After you complete the night, everybody gets XP. Your characters all level up in RPG format. They get more HP, they get more attack power, they get more regeneration. You get to pick and choose from randomness what they get. And then over here, it's going to grade you on how well you did at protecting the city. And we should be like S rank right there, I think. I was going to say, dude, we should be S rank. They didn't get inside the city as far as I know. There's also little in-game achievements that if you pull them off, like one character kills 50 enemies in one round, you get bonus essence that you can spend on various upgrades and things of that nature. We're being hit from 2 different directions. This is the freshest, newest change that I've seen so far. This was not a thing the last time I played the game. So in any location where you kill a lot of enemies, there's body piles now, and the body piles will spawn enemies on flanks that you potentially might not want them to be on. That's a really, really bad thing because you only have a limited number of characters in this game. You can recruit more and make your battle party larger, but the amount of guys you can have in your battle party is locked based on what mission you're doing, how many skull ratings it has, and stuff like that. I think I made it to like the 2nd or the 3rd map the last time I played the game. The runs in this game are quite long. You should buckle up for that. Like, your average run in this game is going to take around 2 hours. So it is kind of a lengthy RPG roguelite that you're playing around with, and there's a lot of management and stuff to do on the in-between, but it is a pulse-pounding game that maintains its intensity all the way through, and that's just coming from my experience. I know we're playing the first level right now, but that's coming from my previous experience having covered the game a lot. So we've got a little attack coming from that side, and we've got the main vanguard coming from that side. Things you've got to balance. You've got gold, you've got workers, you've got materials, and you've got your essence. Let's just work our way down the chain. I'm going to go to the essence tree over here, and we're going to see if we can unlock anything new and spicy. It looks like we can get an armor maker. I think if we dedicate workers to that, it gives us free armors randomly. We can also re-roll the shop, which might be kind of nice. I'm going to take that right there because that's like a permanent upgrade that's going to help us on all of our runs in the future. And there's everything in here that you can unlock from, like, your characters just flatly get better. Like, they start out with, like, 50 more HP at the beginning of the game. They start out with 30 more armor at the beginning of the game. They start out with, you know, way more attack power at the beginning of the game, which gives the game a very, very nice difficulty curve where it is absolutely 100% possible to beat the first level with no unlocks. If you're really good at the game, like, that's no problem. You should be able to bang that out, no issue. I've done it, I think, like on one of my previous runs. But from there, what's nice is for people that are bad at this game, they heap so many bonuses on top of you that just make you so strong by the time you've got lots of things unlocked, that your characters have this tremendous power fantasy that's baked on into them. I swear to God, I can speak today. I don't know what's going on with my tonguey bits. So for now, we have 8 workers to play around with. I've already cleared all the rubble out of the city. There used to be a bunch of rubble inside of here. I've got multiple gold mines that are sending us lots of gold per day. I've got this little guy right here that's giving me free building materials every single day. We're going to need to reinforce on this left side because I haven't built anything over here yet. And building something over here would probably be a good idea. I don't know if it's a great idea to go up to stone this early. Might be a bad plan. But what I can do is I can put a ballista right there. I don't hate ballistas. Ballistas are good. Let's get some ballistas by the gates in case they start to stack up, because these guys autonomously fire. These are just turrets that give us extra damage per turn, which is really nice to have. And then I'll see if I can finish off that wall over there. It doesn't look like I can. So what we may want to do is we may want to have some workers come in here, get us some free materials, and then we will go back over to defenses and we will lock that down. The way that I personally think that we're going to be able to do this is that I'm unfortunately going to have to use the rest of my workers to salvage materials out of these guys. I think my gold economy is perfectly fine right now. That left us with a couple of workers. It's not too bad, but all the dead body piles have been cleared out so that we don't have to worry about spawns on weird angles and stuff like that. Now, I have the resources that will allow me to come through here, and then we'll also put in a gate right there. I'd like to buy another ballista for this side, if and where I can. Unfortunately, we're a little bit blocked off on that left side. But I'll put another ballista in right there. Later on, you get towers and things that you can put these ballistas on. I distinctly remember having a tower in the middle of my town that let my archers shoot the entire map so that they never had to move around and they could assist every side that they wanted to on the defense. There's lots of little utilities and things that the game is going to give you as you go along. I have to do my level ups. Level ups in this game are totally random. Some people are going to love this, some people are going to hate this. But basically, you never know what you're going to get with any character. So like right now, I've been focusing on damage with this guy. But I'd like to see accuracy, so there's some accuracy right there. I like this guy because he looks like me. That's like somebody made a portrait of me in real life. And then you get to pick 2 things. They generate randomly. If you re-roll it, you get less options, but there's a chance you'll get something you might like. I'm going to take his physical damage up by another 5% because he's at plus 25% damage right now. And if you look at the damage on the weapons, that means it's dragging him up to like 130 on a baseline hit and like 160 on a secondary hit. By the time you get to later waves, you 100% want to have characters that are able to one-tap chunk enemies even as they're upgraded. And then you've got perk trees that you can take a look at. There's all kinds of random little things inside of here to play around with. Everything from things that work out your mages to things that give you benefits for being at full health. I'm going to take this one right here that allows him to heal whenever he kills somebody with a physical attack. Different characters have different trees, so keep an eye on what gets added on in and what is and isn't there. This is our wizard right here, so we're going to want to take our wizard, and I was still hoping for accuracy, dude, but they're just not giving it to me. There's accuracy. God, I hate gambling. I'll give him some accuracy, and then I'm also going to give him some mana regen so I can spam his abilities a little bit more aggressively. Down on in here, for every 7 mana you spend, you get a free action point. That sounds good. I'll take that. Edvard, our little piratey guy with his pistol. We're going to want to upgrade him a little bit too. Damn, more action points, huh? This guy has gotten so many action points as we've been playing. Got kind of unlucky on that reroll right there, so I guess I'll just take the mana regen so that he can spam a little bit harder with his blunderbuss attack. He's a level behind everybody else because I hired him later on. For every 10% of your missing mana, your crit goes up. He hasn't gotten any accuracy, so I'm going to give him an ability that restores his action points and gives him an accuracy buff whenever he misses. So that's probably a good thing to put on in there. Not only that, but these characters have a full range of equipment. They have a full range of stat stacks. You can buy things. We get a night bonus, for example, right here. So for clearing the corpses and also the night bonus, it looks like we got an off-handed axe, which is kind of nice. We got a rusty shield +3, and it looks like we've got a wooden armor. We only get to pick one of these, so I'm going to take the +3 shield. And then over here, in the body pile, we found some pretty good boots for one of our range characters. I don't know exactly who I want to give it to, but it's pretty good. We also have a meteor ring over here, which allows him to call down a meteor shower, which is kind of like a hitter, too. That's basically a reusable scroll. And that's a lot of damage. I don't know what I want to do. These boots are so good, though. I'm going to take the boots. I'm going to take the boots just because I feel like I'm going to regret it if I don't. But that meteor ring was really, really tempting. With our 2 workers left, everybody mostly has full mana right now, so I'm not going to worry about using the shrine. You can have workers go work in these places. It will give you stuff. You can only use it once a day. So I'll probably just go all in on, let's upgrade our passive income. Let's upgrade our passive income. And then we'll use the last 2 workers to get on in here and make this thing happen. I've only got 1 worker left. Oh, did I upgrade these? Oh, maybe they nerfed it. So the old prevailing, one of the reasons they added body piles was one of the old prevailing metas of the game is that you focus on your population first. You get that maxed out. Once your population is maxed out, you clear all the rubble, you spam gold mines, and then every single day you spam gold mines with your workers so that you can buy all the stuff you need to survive and have infinite potions and infinite scrolls. That was the way you kind of had to play the game to win on higher difficulties. The body piles have removed that meta a little bit. It's still a very strong strategy, but the body piles require you to use workers, which are then not working in your mines. Otherwise, you get extra enemies on weird flanks, and so I like that adjustment. Once I realized why they made that adjustment, I was very happy with it. And we've got a +3 sword over there that gives some movement points. We've got a +1 cannon. Okay, I'll take the cannon. I will take the kettle hat for our warrior. What does the gladiator thing do? Gives 14 accuracy. Jesus. Okay, yeah, we definitely want that. Let's go ahead and take that too. This is the benefit of having lots of gold, is that you can effectively just raid the store every single day for everything you want and everything you need. I've got an assassination scroll right here. Looks like it does a ton of range damage, but I think I'll just take the health potion. I'll take... what does the holy ring do? Lowers our armor. So the guy that I was going to use it on, I don't think I want to use it on anymore. The sword is the one that's tempting me. But we're about tacked out on gear right now, so let me get everybody equipped. Alright, so everybody's equipped. We've got all our equipment exactly where we want it to be for right now. I've still got a worker left, but I don't really have anything to use them for. It's kind of a bummer. Have I upgraded all my houses? All my houses are level 2. I need them to be level 3. Oh, there is a ruin left back there. Should probably get rid of that then at some point. We got to arrange our troops. Let's arrange our troops for this next wave. I'd like to have 3 guys over here, maybe. And we'll probably just have 1 warrior hold out on that side. Maybe we'll have this guy be a floater so that he can move in between these 2 angles, possibly. There's extra ballistas and stuff over here, too, which makes me wonder if we can't handle mop-up on this side. Did we have a new wand or anything inside of here? I've got a magic book right there. But I kind of like the wand better than I like the book. But the book is flatly better, so I guess I'll take the book. Let's throw that on our wizard real fast. And then we'll put the wand on his secondary slot so that he can hot swap if he needs to. By the way, here's the new dwarves, in case you were wondering. They do look like dwarves. They have big badass beards. They have extra little perks that they get when you recruit them. I can't take one right now because I'm already at 4 out of 4, but I had one on my last run. And he was alright. He was chill. I didn't hate him. Let's put you way out in the sticks. You've got a lot of movement, so you should be able to get back into position if you need to. Alright, let's see what the enemy does here. Let's see how bad it is. I already arranged myself, so... Oh boy, big rush attack on that left-hand side. But the ballistas are a-shootin'. Okay, big miss right there from the archers. They're chewing on some debris over there. That's good. Over here, I need you to start just absolutely whooping on zombies. And then I may need you to get over to there, too. He does have sprint. It'll give him 3 more movement points, but I don't think he needs it just yet. Pistolero Guerrero, dude. Let's do this thing. This is probably a bad area to this is probably a bad angle to blunderbuss from. But I need these archers dead, so we'll start busting some rounds at these nerds. Just kind of seeing how it goes. I don't want him to get pulled over there, though. That would be really bad. Let's have you fall back this way. Put some shots right into the middle of the enemy formation. Oh my god, we total wiped him, dude. TPK, you love to see it. This little guy's dodgy right here, so we might not be able to get him before he gets to the walls. But having one entire side cleared already on this first wave is really good. Like, that's absolutely what we wanted. Now, he's a little bit overextended, so I'm going to have him use armor up real fast just in case somebody comes out of the smoke on him. The smoke is going to get closer as well as we get into later and later waves of the game. You guys kind of spread out a little bit. All right, we're good here. Ballistas are out and firing. You love to see it. Some arrow fire on him, unfortunately. Over on this side, I could throw a fireball. That would be a valid option. Let's throw a fireball out. Spell effects in this game are really fantastic and look great. No complaints there. Put some gunfire on them, too, just to, like, thin them out before they get here. The cannon is absurd, dude. I sense nerfs in the cannon's future. It's so good. Like, I've been puzzling about what the balancing mechanism is with the cannon, and I haven't seen it yet. The cannon is just disgusting. It's really, really good. Let's get over to here. Maybe gat around at you. Fall back to the wall. This is the guy that's got a sticky situation on his hands. We'll go ahead and wipe them out real fast. Unfortunately, I put him in heavier armor, which is going to sort of negatively affect his mobility. And every time he gets shot by that archer over there, too, he's going to lose even more mobility. So we need to figure out something to do here. I've got ground smash right there. Let's go ahead and take care of him real fast. That scroll was a little bit expensive, but it should buy us some breathing room. On this next wave, I'd like to get at least 3 or 4 ballistas on each side. That's kind of what I'm aiming for. 6 action points remaining, so he's got 3. He's got 3. Yeah, but most of the stuff he's going to do is going to pull him towards the enemies, so we'll just call it. You can put the game on fast forward mode, by the way, by pressing the space bar. I do it for all enemy turns. I don't like sitting through. One of my big irritations with any kind of turn-based game is waiting for the AI to take their damn turn. I hate that. All right, we gathered him up a little bit. It was not a flawless engagement. Okay, got him killed off. What are you doing over here, brother? Is everything okay, or is everything just a mess? Bust him up. Get them knocked out. And then fall back to the gate. Hopefully the ballista will help out over there. You've already been tapped out. I need you to kill him. Waste your entire turn if you need to, but he needs to die. Those little runners right there. There are different types of zombies in this game. The enemy configurations will get more and more complex as you get further on into the game. Keep in mind that right now we are in a relatively simple phase of the game, and so the enemies aren't that horrifically terrifying right now. However, there will be flyers, there will be guys that are huge armor tanks, there will be gas bomb poison guys that throw things in here. It's the way she goes. There you go, ballistas. Give me a little bit of extra damage over here. Anything that you got for me, I'll take. He's going to have trouble over here pretty soon, I think. Maybe sidestep by... Oh, that was a good one. Nice and juicy. Okay, we don't want to get too crazy over here now. But we do want to use you to finish some of these guys off. Give me the lightning storm. That was very expensive, though. He's the one we got to worry about. Also you. Good hit. Cannoneer. Where are you at, Brooder? Perfect. Couple more of them down. Sound effects are really fantastic in this game. Honestly, I don't really have anything to complain about with this title. It is an utterly fantastic little roguelite RPG that you're kind of cheating yourself if you like these kinds of games and you don't play it. Like, that's pretty much all there is to it, is that the game is pretty ridiculously rad. What does a geocannon scroll do? Okay, we're going to have to play around with that. It may be time to start moving one of these cats over this way, but this isn't all the enemies. They're not all on screen yet. So we'll put him in the gateway for now. We'll see what the enemy desires to do. Good. Ballista's thinning out a little bit of hits. Some nice reflective damage right there from our Thorns build. They are going to chew their way through the wall on that side, though. Okay. Center mass shot. Center mass shot for as much damage as we can get off, and then you reposition back over to here. We've only got 48 enemies to deal with. I know that sounds like a lot, but in the context of the game, it's actually not that terrible. Let's go for him. I want these archers out. Okay, you. Damn. Well, that's ripperoonies. You get back inside, too. And if you can come over here and you can clap this guy, that'd be real gentlemanly of you. I wouldn't hate it. Get them off the walls. I don't think there's much I can hit right there. You step into the gateway, which should keep you safe. You can preview what every enemy's going to do just by mousing over them, which is always a nice little piece of quality of life. They haven't gotten through his armor yet, so that's a really good sign. That means our build is going exceptionally well. Unfortunately, he did not die. I wish that he died, but he didn't die. Ground smash scroll. Why not, dude? Why not clear out that entire flank real fast? That'll do her. 4 action points. Who's got my action points here? Bang Bang Gun Shooty Guy. Bang Bang Gun Shooty Guy, you might as well dedicate that to increasing your armor rating. Just in case they decide to do anything mangy. Okay, the walls have been struck. He's over here destroying minecarts for some reason. He's got beef with BP. Go ahead and give me some gunshots over here. Good stuff. Put some click-clack on him. Good stuff. Wizard, come on out here and help out with the remainder. You've already taken your turn, right? No, you haven't, actually. Good, because I need you to get them off this wall right here. It is principally important. Unfortunately, we didn't get the kill right there, so he's going to have to do a little reflective damage for a minute. But we should be solid to let them just kind of like mooch their way up to the walls now. Both of them missed. Reflective damage got one. Walls down on that side, but they can't move diagonally, so we should be okay. All right. Good stuff. We're looking solid on that flank. Over here, target of opportunity. Good stuff. Get him all nice and squared away. All right. And it should just be cleanup detail now. I don't think we have too much more to worry about. None of the walls really went down, so I'm okay with what's happening here. Cannoneers set up for next turn. I can move you on the next turn. It'll be fine. Good stuff. Couple of kills. Big riff. 133 on that Thorns damage, dude. So good. Like, Thorns tank builds in this game are absurd. Like, you just park your guy in the middle of, like, the heat of it, and you just let them get chewed on every turn. And they kill, like, 5 guys a turn just with their Thorns. It's great. I like Thorns builds, so I am very happy that Thorns builds are actually given an opportunity to shine in this game. And we spent a little bit of mana right there. I would have rather not, but there's our XP for the night. We got 2 level ups, and we got some more resources that we can play around with. Ooh, we got opposite side fights, huh? That's fun. That'll be enjoyable. We got bodies everywhere, too. You can clear the bodies by hitting them in combat, so we'll clear all these ones by hand. These guys right here, we're going to go in on some materials, though. There we go. All right, so we got a few more materials. I'm going to need to upgrade the walls a little bit, I think, just to buy us some breathing room and some time. I don't think there's really any way around that. How many of these ballistas am I allowed to have? 32 of them. Okay, well, I guess that solves that question. Give me a few more ballistas over there. The stone walls, unfortunately, block ballista range, which is a little bit of a bummer. But I can put 2 more over here. I still need to fix the walls, though. Yeah, repair all the walls. It's a little pricey, but I'm okay with it. And it lets me figure out exactly what I have left. So put in some wood walls over there because I would like the ballistas to continue to spit. We will reinforce that real fast just in case they manage to get through it. But with 4 ballistas, that should be 4 kills per turn on that side. So whoever's got to, like, babysit this side, these opposite end assaults can be really, really bad. So whoever's going to do it, I'm voting for, like, the Cannoneer, I think, because he's got a lot of AoE. I think I'm going to have the cannons do it. We have lots of money coming in right now, though. Let me get 40 more materials. Let me get a little bit more gold. We will clear out that place for 90 materials, which I think will be really nice. And then I should be able to stack up a few more of these guys over here. I don't know if, like, long-term that's going to be a valid strategy, but I like ballistas, dude. I have enough stuff to buy some upgrades, so let's go ahead and do that. I can get the armor maker. I'm just going to buy the next thing down the list because I don't really care. I'll probably get the mounted ballista next, too. Being much taller, it does not block line of sight. Okay, good. So that'll let us shoot over the stone walls and tack that out, too. Looks like we've got an achievement over here, so we got a new omen. What an omen is it's an enchantment that you put on your run that just gives you bonuses or, like, swaps things up. Some of them are just like all your guys have more HP. Other ones are, you know, built to be more risk-reward. It's up to you what you want to run. We only have 2 more nights to go, and we're honestly kind of like duking down the enemy's neck right now. So for our Cannoneer, he can get... How many times can he fire that per turn? 3 times? We'll take the action points. That means he can fire 3 times now, which is really good. And then I'll probably re-roll that to see what we get. I'll go for reliability. Reliability ups the bottom end damage of your weapon. So basically it makes the damage spread on your weapon much, much less. Less skill range and more damage. I can give him a snubby cannon. I feel like that feels kind of fire to me, so I'm going to do it. Pistol guy. Oh, thank you. Finally some accuracy, dude. Finally some accuracy up in here. Give me some reliability as well. We need to shop for a new weapon for her, or for him, though, because his weapon's kind of sucking right now. We'll give him Leapfrog. That'll let him jump over walls and over debris to get around. It's a nice little mobility ability. We have another reward for the night. We've got a epic one-handed sword. I'm going to take it. I'll give it to my warrior. From there, everybody's looking okay on mana. I think it's time to go shopping. So we've got a offhand pistol right there, which might be nice. Either that or I could just swap my other pistol guy into a cannon, dude. Cannons seem to be doing really well in this build. A charge scroll, an assassinate scroll, +3 offhand pistol, 7% crit chance cape. I'll take that. Give him the offhand pistol. We'll let him dual wield a little bit. I can re-roll this for 10 bucks too, so let's see what else we get in here. We've got heavy greaves. We've got heavy armor. Nothing too magical right now, although we do have a turtle charm right there for more accuracy, so I would take that. We could throw a short bow in there. The bow's not bad. I like the bow. The bow is really good for eliminating like high priority targets. More gladiator greaves. Yeah, I'll take those too. Gladiator greaves are good. More accuracy never hurts. Roller again. Let me see what I got here. A pistol +1 with more crit power, more mana on it. It's not what I'm fishing for, though. +9% critical chance on that cape right there, which is gorgeous. I'm just re-rolling over and over and over and again right now until I get the thing that I want. Kettle hat gives range damage, so we'll take that too. We've just about spent through all of our finances at the moment. But as you can see, the characters are very customizable. They're super customizable. There's a lot of really awesome things that you can do in this game in order to make your characters stronger and build them out to be much better. Ooh, that's actually like a huge amount of extra damage. Yeah, take the offhand pistol. That sounds good. As far as Harv goes, we were going to give him the epic sword, and we were going to give him the crit cape, I think. Oh, he's got no trinket slots left. There will be like different bonuses and things you get for the characters as they level up to unlock these right here, or some characters start out with like one hand, so they can't have a shield but the one-handedness. They'll have a severed hand with like a bandage over the top of it, but they'll have like 8% more dodge than other people. There's lots of little random things that can come up in the wash inside of this game. There really sincerely are. I wanted you to have the gladiator pants for accuracy. The 9% crit needs to go on somebody. That's just too valuable to not have on a person. Like, it needs to be there. Guess I'll give you a health potion, too. That way you're, like, ready to rock on that side. You can sell off your old equipment if you want, but this is the last spell. I think this game is utterly incredible. Like, I wish that every game was as easy to get set up with as this one. Like, I wish that every game was as awesome as this one. If everything was at this quality of creation, my job would be much, much easier than it currently is. I would waste a lot less time going through bad games, and so I cannot recommend this game highly enough. I think it's pretty much like flawless. My only complaint is entirely, I think, subjective. I think the runs are a little bit too long once you get to later maps. It takes a little bit too long to get through some of the later conflicts where you might not be able to do it in one sitting. You know what I mean? Ooh, that filthy blunderbuss right there. Can he only fire that once? Okay, he can only fire that once. My man's got his brace of pistols and he knows what he wants. Keep gunning these nerds down, man. Yeah, let them have it. I mean, if there's somebody wounded over here, put a bullet in them. Fall back. Now, if I remember correctly, he's got like a sword attack. He's got like a thing that allows him to teleport to the other side of the enemy. So we can do that right there. And then if I remember right, he's got like a blade rush, right? But that's got to have like 3 enemies in a line, and then you come out the other side. Yeah, I remember that one. A little Lancer right there is going to be an issue. But yeah, the last spell. I don't really have any complaints about it. I think it's more or less as close as you can get to a perfect game if this is already inside the wheelhouse of games that you like to play. If you are already into like Final Fantasy Tactics style strategy RPGs and you want more of that, but like completely and totally proceduralized with random equipment that comes through and like you never know how a run's gonna go, this is 100% that game. So check it on out. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so you don't have to. Today up on the chopping block, we were fooling around with the last spell. As I said, a very, very good game. Ow, they got my pistol guy so bad. They got my pistol guy so ugly. I like that pistol guy too. Can he not fire the 3rd time? He should be able to, right? I thought he's got... Oh, he's got a trait that reduces it, dude. I made a bad pick. I didn't even rocket jump this guy the entire time either. And listen to that soundtrack. Just a really great product. I don't really have any complaints about it. I think the game is really, really rad. This is one of those games that you can lose some serious, ridiculous hours inside of. I'll see y'all later. Bye, folks.